Haefman, Huseby,
Yes.
Kirsch,
Here.
Kissinger Wolf,
Here.
Long,
Here.
Scuball,
Yes.
Swente,
Here.
Baloo,
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here. We do have a quorum. Adoption of the agenda. Everyone should have gotten a copy of the agenda. I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I so move.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion is second to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment? Any public comment this evening?
Regan Kovacic. I understand from the news sources that there is a possibility of a lunch program coming down from the federal government that will have stipulations that you will have to have transgender children pick their bathrooms. And I would recommend that you have a separate facility for them, check it out, or else deny the monies from the lunch program. I also would recommend that there would be a roll call. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Consent agenda items. A, minutes from the Operation Finance Committee of June 13th. Minutes from the regular meeting, June 14th. Minutes for the closed session, June 14th. Minutes from the Operation Finance Committee, June 23rd. Approval of the invoices from the June 15th and July 8th. Employment and contract adjustments, which are replacement staff, above pay, volunteers, and resignations. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Yes. A motion to approve?
Second?
Second.
Okay,
Mr. President, just a point of order.
yeah,
Can we do a roll call vote on this, please?
sure. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Haefman, Huseby,
Yes.
Kirsch,
Yes.
Kissinger Wolf,
Yes.
Long,
Abstain?
Scuball,
Yes.
Swente,
Yes.
Baloo,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
I'll abstain. Motion carries. Thank you. Finance report. Said you would?
Yep. So we have two things on here tonight. One is both are typical agenda items for July. The first would be to designate our following depositories, which would be Crossbridge Community Bank, formerly known as Tomahawk Community Bank, and then also the local government investment pool. We would need a motion
To approve?
Yep.
Okay, do you need those in separately, or can we do them as a combined?
I believe we could do them both combined.
Okay.
We might want to do them separately tonight, though, just because they are somewhat unrelated between A and B.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve the following depositories: Crossbridge Community Bank.
I'll make a motion to approve Crossbridge Community Bank.
Scuball second. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a motion, a second, to approve Crossbridge Community Bank as our following depositories. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. B, approve contribution to Fund 46 in the amount of $900,000 to complete projects outlined on the capital projects list. Entertain a motion to approve.
Long so moved.
Second.
Huseby, second.
Okay, I have a motion, a second, to approve the contribution to Fund 46 for capital projects. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 9, designate the following school district attorney. Any comments on that, Wendell?
I would just add that we recently over the course of this year, began working with Weldon Riley for our general services. They've done a very nice job. They've been a great partner and a great asset to us. So that would be a change from what we've done in the past.
Okay.
Other than that, Quarles and Brady and Davis and Kelthau both were helped with referendum and services over the course of the year. And then WASB again would just be for some support services and to advise the board at different times.
Okay. I guess the question I have, does any of this ever have to go out for bid? Do you know?
No.
Okay. For attorneys?
No.
Okay.
Where are they based out of? Are they Wausau?
Wausau, yep.
Okay.
With the WASB, don't we get a certain amount of free, I mean, isn't that included in our membership
Yep.
too? Legal counsel or whatever?
To advise on certain
Yep.
things, yep.
Okay.
Yep. And there's a lot of resources on their webpage, frequently has questions and different things that you can explore yourself.
Okay. Okay, entertain a motion to approve the school district attorneys as presented.
I so move.
Second.
Long, second.
Okay, motion is second to approve the attorneys as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Operations and Finance Committee update. Dave?
Nothing more to report really, but basically what we did, we discussed, designating those funds for Fund 46. And I think it's any other recap we need to go over, if you're sure.
Okay.
Well, I think the committee in its discussions felt it was important for everyone to see clearly the amount of dollars that need to be spent for capital projects. Right now, and in the past, it's been difficult to identify those because I don't want to say they're hidden in the normal budget, but they're a part of the normal budget, and therefore they're hard to pick them out and to see them. By moving capital projects into Fund 46, as we did just a few minutes ago with the $900,000, and as we begin to complete those projects and use that $900,000, it'll be very evident to the board and also evident to the general populace as to how that money is being spent, and unfortunately the amount of money that needs to be spent every year in order to be able to complete the project list, which we have enclosed in the board packet. So I think it's really it's kind of a significant move on the part of the board to identify those dollars so clearly. I think it will also help us if we need to go to a capital referendum at some point in time. It will also help to point out very clearly what we've spent money on and what we continue to need to spend money on. And perhaps the general budget, the Fund 10 budget, won't be able to support that. And we'll need to look at perhaps a referendum in order to be able to complete the projects that are on the list.
Okay. Any questions on the list as presented from the board?
I have a comment on the capital projects list that Arlen gave us of priorities in February. I tried to match those with the capital projects list you came up now, and there's some that I couldn't find that are on there. Maybe they're worded differently, maybe they're completed, but this is the list that was given to the public too. So I can leave that with you if you want, and maybe and they could be added in, or maybe they're completed, or I'm missing the wording somehow. But I thought it was important to get those on too, if that's okay? Okay.
I do know that some of those projects have been completed. I'm pretty sure we already had some of those even in progress.
Yeah.
And again, I can't see the list that you're handling, so I can't answer to it specifically, but we have updated the list, we've added some things, and it may also be a language change too. But
That's what I was wondering, and I'd always be interested to see what's completed too.
But mostly we've added to it, and removed a few things that were actually completed at this point.
Okay, great.
If I may, to add just one thing to that, the $900,000 that is being earmarked for Fund 46 is a transfer from our fund balance. So it's not coming out of, general fund in that same regard.
Okay. Any other questions about the capital projects list as presented with the committee? Okay, then we need to approve that list as presented by the committee. So I'd entertain a motion to approve the capital projects 10-year list.
Baloo, I so move.
Second.
Kissinger Wolf, second.
Okay, motion is second to approve the capital projects 10-year projects as of 6/23/2022. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 10B is district meeting room. Wendell, you want to comment on that?
Sure. So we were able to switch some classrooms around. One of the things that district-wide we've been lacking as a place for staff to have trainings or to collaborate in groups. We've talked a little bit about having the possibility of having our board meetings in there, which I think is a very real possibility as we finish that room up. So right now we're looking at room 298, which is directly across the hall from the district office. And we'll be setting that room up basically for that purpose and designating it for that purpose for this coming school year. My hope is that that room would be ready to start to hold board meetings, certain board meetings, probably the majority of them, possibly next month. So
Okay.
I'll keep you updated on that.
Okay. Any other questions for Wendell on the
One
meeting
of,
room?
one of the other things I would add too is moving board meetings, and I included this in some of the packet items you had, but moving the board meetings out of the auditorium would help to accommodate our fine arts groups and our music groups as they plan for concerts and plays and that sort of thing. So we're not having to tear down props and set things up and continue to do that. So that's basically the majority of the winter. There's different things going on in here. So I think that'll be pretty helpful in that regard too.
Okay. Any other questions for Wendell or comments?
I
Okay.
think it'll also be helpful to have a different configuration. Right here, Ann and I are going
Yeah.
back and forth,
Yeah.
trying to see Wendell as he speaks. So I think if we, in that room, if we can have a different setup,
Yeah.
that'll also be helpful to us.
Yeah, what we looked at is having like a basic horseshoe setup so that we would be facing each other a little more than we are now.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, approve the first reading of the following policy. Kay, any comments on that policy? It's a new policy.
No, just the whole list of policies is the group that's left over from the December batch that the former committee had worked on. These were available for the whole board to look at for the past month. And it's just recommendations from Neola and the guidelines to stay within the state's guidelines.
Okay. Any questions for Kay on that policy 6108? And then entertain a motion to approve the first reading of policy 6108.
Long, so move.
Second?
Baloo, second.
Okay, any other comments, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the second reading of the following policies: policy 1421, 1460, 5215, 6152.01. Any comments on those?
This is just the second reading.
Okay.
Formality.
Okay, entertain a motion to approve the second reading of those policies.
I so move.
Second?
Baloo, second.
Okay, motion is second to approve the second reading of the policies presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the revisions in the following policy. Anything here, Kay, you wanted to comment on?
No, hopefully everybody saw the comments and the changes that were attached.
Okay,
There's nothing significant.
okay. The policies are policy 0100, policy 2210, 2414, 3122.01, 4122.01, and policies 3340, 4340, policy 5113, policy 5200, policy 5410. We got more policies than we got letters. Policy 5461, 5722, 6114, 6152, 8450, 2266.
And if there were any concerns with the policies, we did give these to the appropriate people and they got back to us.
Okay, okay. All right, with that, any discussion? Okay, then I would entertain a motion to, whoops, I gotta get back up to where I was at. Approve the revisions to those policies as presented.
So moved, Hirsch.
Second?
Swante, second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the revisions to the policies as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, item 14, reaffirm the previously adopted Wisconsin State Standards as District 22-23 Student Academic Standards. Any discussion on that, Wendell?
No, a standard agenda item for the first board meeting of the new school year, so.
Okay. Okay, Colleen, I got lost. We need a motion on that?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So I'd entertain a motion to approve item 14, reaffirm the previously adopted Wisconsin State Standards for the district. Second?
Kissinger, Wolf, second.
Motion is second to reaffirm the previously adopted Wisconsin State Standards as the District 2022 Student Academic Standards. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Board referrals, any board referrals?
Look, do we have any update on our meeting on the 20th?
I'll be sending out an agenda. I do have an agenda for that day. I'll sit down with you, Ron, at some point. We'll finalize that, and then I'll get something out by the end of this week.
It's still the 20th for the
Yeah.
board retreat?
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else? I guess just one comment for public record or nothing else. I was at the 4th of July parade, and I thought the band did an outstanding job this year. They really sounded good, I thought. I was quite pleased to hear them. It was very good. So-
I've heard a lot of good comments too, and they look more the part, and kudos to Mr. Marin.
Yep, if you'd pass that on,
Certainly will.
we would appreciate it, because I was impressed. I thought it was very nice, did a very good job. Okay.
I would also like to thank Arlen and the administrative team for putting together our list of projects for our
Good.
10-year list of projects. The challenge now will be to keep it updated and keep it current so it can be used effectively for our projects. Thank you, Arlen.
Thank you. Anything else for board referrals? Okay, closed session. I'd entertain a motion to go into closed session.
I so move, Swante.
Second?
Hirsch.
I'm sorry. Charlene, did you say second?
Hirsch, I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion, a second to go into closed session. Roll call, please, Colleen.
Swante,
Yes.
Hirsch,
Yes.
Kissinger Wolf,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Scuba,
Yes.
Baloo,
Yes.
Zimmerman,
Yes.
Hughesby.
Yes.